My wife and I went to the zoo a couple weeks ago. We have a zoo pass and have had for years, and I've been hundreds of times, but I always take pictures like this. I know, I know. I took the G16. Now, this is a Canon camera. It's kind of compact, looks like a point and shoot, cost just as much as a digital Rebel. I prefer it. Most of you will say, well, give me the Rebel. It looks like a real camera. Looks don't matter. It's the sensor in the camera and the person behind the lens. Hold the camera still. Have an eye for what you're looking for. It's a piece of metal by the orangutans. It's just an ugly storage tank of some sort. And I looked at the reflections and thought, these are beautiful. It's a manhole cover. This is the underside of a walkway by the monkeys and warthogs and stuff like that. This is a drinking fountain, a tree, some kind of concrete. I don't know. This is a sign. I didn't necessarily want to use this as a texture, but I thought the cross-hatching, the line work was beautiful. The colors that were associated with it. Perhaps I could get inspired by it. Hey, look, a curved piece of metal in the concrete. This is once again another manhole cover. Metal, bamboo, concrete. These are imagery that we can use for textures. The one thing I didn't take a lot of pictures of were the man-made rocks and all the cracks, all the algae, all the lichens, the growth that's on it, makes these beautiful. I'm a sucker for these reflections, so I take them all the time. This is a canvas overhang above my head by the elephants. Hey, look, this is one of the elephants. This is the texture in it. I think this is the sloth. These here, this wasn't. This was just a rock sitting there. I'm not so certain that these textures are any good, but I'd never taken a picture of them, so I thought I would. More textures, more cloth above my head. This is that kind of elephant-like texture you'll see on signs in the Elephant Odyssey. It's the side of an exhibit. Another piece of metal. This is, again, in the Elephant Odyssey. It's a piece of metal that you can see through right here, but if you shoot it at an angle, you can't. Concrete, just a texture on the ground. These are the cracked rocks. This is some kind of grill that I took shots from a bunch of different angles. Now I've already done some really cool stuff with this. You guys, when you live your life every day, look around you. There is inspiration everywhere. But when you go to the zoo, look at how many pictures of elephants and zebras, and this isn't edited. These are the pictures I took. We only went for an hour and a half or so, and then we, went off somewhere else. That's the benefit of having a pass. But we're going to spend all day at the zoo. You're going to take over 100 quality shots of imagery that may be inspirational in some way or another. Be sure to frame your shots. Oh darn, I got the sides here. That's not necessarily a good thing, but we can crop this. Spend some time looking at things you don't ordinarily look at. And I know some of you are saying, well, these are worthless. What good are these? What good are these? Are you kidding me? Do you know what I can do with these shots? Do you know what you could do with them if you had the skills and the awareness to use them? This is gorgeous. This is spectacular. I love that. Look at that. And this opens up in Camera Raw because it's a DNG, a digital negative. Let me hit escape and switch back over to bridge.dng. The cameras are going to shoot CR2s, Canon's native RAW file. We'll talk more about this, but we're going to convert everything to DNGs. Your cameras are going to shoot JPEGs, not nearly as good. Just understand that. We'll talk more about this.